No, it's a Saturday afternoon in March 2023, and James Mercer is standing in his kitchen in Frisco, Texas, trying to decide what to watch. Not the way people used to stand in front of a DVD shelf. He's scrolling through Netflix, then Hulu, then HBO Max, then back to Netflix. His wife is on the couch doing the same thing on her iPad, but she's on Disney Plus. Their daughter, age 9, already claimed the living room TV for YouTube Kids. They've been at this for 40 minutes. James is 41. He is, by any reasonable American standard, doing well. Senior project manager at a defense contractor in Plano. $127,000 base. Good benefits. RSS that vest quarterly. The house is 3,200 square feet, bought in 2019 at $485,000, now worth something north of $720,000. There's a Model Y in the garage and a leased Lexus RX in the driveway. He goes to Equinox 3 mornings a week. His wife has a Peloton in the spare bedroom she uses 4 or 5 times a month. James looks like the aspirational middle class script, written clean. 40 miles northeast in a town called Wiley, Olivia Chen is also home that same Saturday afternoon. She's 40, same age bracket, same Texas suburb energy. Software architect, $118,000 per year. Her husband teaches high school, $62,000. Their combined household income is roughly $15,000 less than James's household. Their house is 1,900 square feet. They drive a 2018 Camry and a 2020 Kia Telluride, both paid off. On that same Saturday, Olivia is sitting at the kitchen table with her laptop open, running numbers with her financial planner on a video call. Not for advice exactly, more to confirm what the spreadsheet keeps telling her. If nothing changes, same savings rate, same contributions, same index fund allocations, Olivia can stop working full-time by 52, not retire to a rocking chair, retire to optionality, work if she feels like it, stop when she doesn't, travel when she wants. The fire math keeps checking out, and she's starting to actually believe it. Same housing market, same Texas cost of living, lower combined household income, 15 years ahead of schedule. The gap between James and Olivia isn't talent, it isn't investment sophistication. Olivia has a Roth IRA and a 401k sitting in the same 3 Vanguard index funds James has access to and mostly ignores. It isn't even discipline in the way people usually mean that word. The gap is invisible, literally. You couldn't see it from the street on that Saturday in March. You'd have to pull their bank statements, and even then, no single line item would shock you. That's the trap. Here's what James's monthly cash flow actually looks like once you account for everything. Netflix, $22.99. Hulu with live TV, $76.99. Disney Plus, $13.99. HBO Max, $15.99. YouTube Premium, $22.99. Spotify Family Plan, $16.99. Apple One, $37.95. Sirius XM in the leased Lexus, $22.99. Amazon Prime, $14.99. Audible, $14.95. LinkedIn Premium, which he signed up for during a job search in 2021 and never canceled, $59.99. Streaming and audio alone, $321 per month, $3,852 per year. Equinox membership, $260 per month. His wife's Peloton all-access subscription for the bike she uses occasionally, $44. A Calm app, activated during a workplace wellness initiative, $14.99. Noom, which his wife tried for 3 months and technically still has, $59. ClassPass, which James downloaded before choosing Equinox, $49. Fitness and wellness, $426.99 per month, $5,124 per year. Adobe Creative Cloud for client presentations, $89.99. Canva Pro, $14.99. Dropbox, plus $11.99. Two different password managers because he and his wife each set one up separately. $6 and $4. Microsoft 365, $9.99. A VPN they got for a trip to Europe in 2022, $3.99. Software, $140 per month, $1,680 per year. HelloFresh, which they use 2 weeks out of 4, $149. A wine subscription from a Napa tasting in 2021, $79. Instacart Plus, $9.99. A coffee subscription from a roaster James liked at a farmer's market, $38. Food delivery and subscriptions, $275.99 per month, $3,312 per year. Add the home security monitoring fee, a cloud storage plan for the family photos, and the connected car package embedded in the Lexus lease. And James is spending approximately $1,230 per month on recurring subscription charges. $14,760 per year, every year, automatically, without a decision being made, without a conversation happening, without a single moment of deliberate choice. Now run that forward. At a 7% average annual return, the rough S&P 500 long-run average, inflation adjusted, $1,230 per month invested from age 41 to 62 becomes approximately $703,000. Not a bad investment, not money buried in a depreciating asset, a subscription fee paid automatically to someone else's profit margin every single month for 21 years. Olivia, meanwhile, has 4 subscriptions in her household: Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime, and a password manager they share, combined $68 per month. That's not virtue. That's not deprivation. She doesn't feel like she's missing anything on a Saturday afternoon. She watches Netflix like James does. She listens to music like James does. Her daughter has screen time. The house is warm and full and fine. She just made a different decision about what required a monthly payment and what didn't. James's subscriptions didn't accumulate through recklessness. They accumulated through individual acts of completely reasonable convenience. Each addition made total sense when it was purchased. That's not a character flaw. That's the architecture of the business model. The subscription economy was built specifically, deliberately, with significant psychological engineering behind it to make each addition feel small while making removal feel like effort. And somewhere between reasonable addition and reasonable addition, James started micro-bleeding wealth, slowly, invisibly, automatically. The math doesn't care how reasonable any of it felt. Let's go through exactly how this happens, decision by decision, because each one follows the same script. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Decision 1, the streaming stack. In 2015, James got Netflix, $12 a month, obviously worth it. In 2018, he added Hulu. He wanted live sports for football season. In 2019, Disney Plus launched at $6.99, and they signed up for the kid. HBO Max came when he wanted to watch one specific series. YouTube Premium started because the ads on his daughter's videos were relentless. Each edition was reactive. Each one solved a specific frustration in the moment. Nobody sat down and said, "We would like to pay $108 per month for television." But that's what happened. Here's what makes this trap different from a car payment or a mortgage: there's no moment of decision. A mortgage requires a closing, a car lease requires sitting in a finance office for 2 hours. Subscriptions require a click and then nothing. No renewal notice, no annual review, just a charge every month. Quiet as a heartbeat. Olivia made a different move in 2019, not because she's extraordinarily disciplined, because she went through her bank statement looking for a fraudulent charge and didn't find fraud. She found $340 per month in subscriptions she'd forgotten she had. She canceled everything except the four she kept. Made a rule: before adding anything new, she and her husband say it out loud to each other and decide together. That rule doesn't require willpower, it just requires a sentence. Decision 2: the premium gym. James's Equinox membership is $260 per month. He goes 3 mornings a week, which means each visit costs roughly $22. The facility is extraordinary. The towels are thick. The smoothie bar is legitimately good. He's consistent with it, which is more than most people can say. But here's the math he hasn't run: $260 per month from 41 to 62, invested instead, compounds to approximately $149,000. That's one gym membership, not a vice, not a luxury car, a gym he uses and enjoys. That cost him $149,000 in retirement wealth. Olivia runs. She has a $35 a month Planet Fitness membership she uses twice a week, and a pair of running shoes she replaces every 8 months. She doesn't miss Equinox. She's never had it. The fitness outcomes between them are functionally identical. The retirement wealth gap from this single decision alone, roughly $126,000. Decision 3: the auto-renewing creep, Noom, LinkedIn Premium, the Wine Club, the Coffee Roaster, the VPN Class Pass. These are the subscriptions that live below conscious awareness. Signed up for once, charged forever, forgotten in between. James has never done a full subscription audit, not once. Not because he's careless. He tracks his mortgage to the penny, reviews his utility bills, pays attention to gas prices. But subscriptions sit in a different mental category. They feel small, they feel passive, they feel somehow already accounted for. They aren't. The psychological mechanism here has a name: purchase pain suppression. When you pay cash for something, the brain registers discomfort at the moment of payment. That friction is a natural moderator. Subscriptions were engineered specifically to eliminate that friction. The charge happens automatically, invisibly, often on a day when you're not thinking about money at all. Research in behavioral economics shows that subscription holders consistently underestimate their monthly charges by 40 to 50% when asked to recall them from memory. James thinks he spends about $400 a month on subscriptions. He spends $1,230. He's not lying. He genuinely doesn't know. This is the reframe, and it matters. You are not dealing with a budgeting problem. You are dealing with an attention problem, one that was manufactured intentionally by companies whose entire revenue model depends on you not paying attention. The solution isn't discipline. Discipline is exhausting and doesn't scale across 12 separate monthly charges. The solution is friction, deliberate manufactured friction applied at the decision point before the charge becomes automatic. Here's what that looks like by life stage. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, your subscription stack is small and the damage is limited, but the habits are forming right now. The version of James who audits his charges quarterly at 27 never becomes the version hemorrhaging $14,760 a year at 41. Build the review habit before the stack builds itself around you. If you're 35 to 45, this is the decade where subscription creep compounds against compounding returns simultaneously. The $1,230 monthly charge that feels manageable today has a 20-plus year runway to cost you. Do a full audit this week, not next month. This week. Categorize every recurring charge. Default everything that isn't explicitly essential to cancel and require an active decision to keep it. If you're in your late 40s already carrying a large subscription load, the question isn't just about canceling services, the question is about redirection. The IRS allows $23,000 in 401k contributions in 2024, plus a $7,500 catch up if you're 50 or older. Most people at 48 are nowhere near that ceiling. Cutting $800 per month in subscriptions and redirecting it into tax-advantaged retirement accounts while you still have 15 plus years of compounding ahead materially changes the retirement outcome, not slightly, materially. If you're 55 or older and recognizing yourself in James's pattern, the lever is smaller, but it's still real. Every dollar redirected now still compounds for a decade. Delaying Social Security even 2 years past 62 adds meaningful monthly income for life. The subscription audit at 57 won't give you back Olivia's runway, but it can change the texture of your retirement in ways that actually matter. Now, the psychological trap, the one that caught James and catches most people during exactly the decade when the stakes are highest. It's the feeling that you finally earned the right to live well. After 15 plus years of working, grinding, building a career, managing a mortgage, raising a kid, the instinct that says, now I should be able to enjoy this, feels not just reasonable, but deserved. And in a moral sense, it is deserved. The problem is this: the enjoyment the brain is reaching for through lifestyle expansion, through every streaming service, through the premium gym, through the wine club you signed up for in Napa, is temporary in a very specific way. The Equinox membership is thrilling for 6 months. Then it's just where you work out. The Hulu Live TV package feels like abundance until it's just background noise on a Tuesday night. Hedonic adaptation is real, documented, and ruthless. Within 18 to 24 months, people fully adjust to a higher standard of consumption. The thrill resets to zero. The charge doesn't. So the reframe isn't sacrifice now, enjoy later. That framing is wrong because it implies suffering in the present for pleasure in the future, which is neither accurate nor motivating enough to sustain. The actual reframe is this: when you expand your subscription stack, you are purchasing present convenience at a 25-year compounded price. And when you don't, when you hold the line, you're not suffering. You're buying permanent optionality, the ability to stop working when you want to, the ability to absorb a medical bill or a market correction without catastrophe. That's not delayed gratification, that's present peace, arriving every single morning of a retirement that isn't governed by fear of the balance going to zero. Olivia has that peace on the horizon. James is still scrolling on a Saturday afternoon, trying to decide what to watch. Picture a Wednesday morning in April 2044. Both James and Olivia are 62. James is on the phone with his HR benefits administrator asking about bridge coverage for health insurance. His retirement account has $590,000 in it, which sounds significant, until you run the math on 25 years of projected withdrawals, 3% inflation, and healthcare costs doing what healthcare costs always do. He can't retire, not yet. Maybe it's 65 if the market cooperates, maybe 67 to be safe. He's okay. But there's a specific kind of tiredness that comes from working past the point where you wanted to stop. And he's starting to understand what that feels like from the inside. Olivia is also 62 that same April morning. She's not on a call with HR. She's packing a bag. She and her husband are flying to Vietnam for 6 weeks. Not a vacation exactly, more of a test run. They're curious whether they want to spend part of each year there. They have the time to find out. Her retirement accounts cleared $1.4 million last year. Her husband's teacher pension adds another $2,300 per month. Their Wiley house sold 2 years ago. They're renting a smaller place in Austin now, smaller than before. Turns out smaller is fine. They have 4 streaming subscriptions. They've had 4 for years. Neither of them has ever felt like they were missing something. One thing you can do in the next 24 hours, pull up your last 3 bank statements, not your memory of them, the actual statements, and write down every single recurring subscription charge you find. Add them up. Whatever number you get, compare it to what you thought it was before you looked. That gap is where the retirement is going.